Hello everyone and welcome back to part 4 in our chapter 2 FPSRPG series. In this episode we'll be making it so that when we fire bullets it actually tracks how many bullets have been expelled from the gun and then stops firing bullets out if we run out of ammo. That is until we reload it. We'll do reloading in the next part, so let's just focus on getting the ammo to shoot out of the gun. So for this, on the weapon parent, we're going to go into the fire bullet function, and we're going to make a new function here to check and calculate how much ammo we actually do have. Okay, so I'm going to make a new function here, and we're going to go and say get ammo. Can fire. We'll do can fire weapon, and can fire weapon is going to have one output, and that output is going to be the boolean, and this one we'll call can fire weapon. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to drag our ammo out, and we're going to check whether or not it is greater than 0, and that will return a boolean. Now for now we can just drag this straight into the return, but here is where we can add in other conditions for firing. So we could be checking whether or not the player is in a certain position, or the gun's is reloading, for example, which we'll do in the next part, and this will turn whether or not we can actually fire the gun. Okay, so can fire weapon it's only one for now, so that will plug into our ammo here. Now we're going to make this a pure function. Now what pure functions mean is that it is not going to destroy or change any value. It's going to output a result. So if you click on the can fire weapon source, and on the right hand side click on pure, tick that, and then click compile. Go to your fire bullet, and then search for or drag out your can fire weapon, and you'll see it comes out as a green one. Now the green ones are what they are. They are pure. Okay, it means that they don't destroy or change any information. They just take information in and output a result. They don't destroy it, change it, or do anything like that. So we can use that to do a branch, and I said that will be our conditions as well for other things later on. So then that can go into there and then fire bullet out. Okay, so ammo at the moment is set to 0. So if I change that now to, I don't know, 15. Okay, so we've got 15 ammo in our gun. That will then check whether or not we can fire a bullet. Then it goes through the process of firing the bullet, line trace by channel, and what we can do after that, we're going to make it so it can actually take away ammo. Okay, so we're going to do ammo get minus integer, and then set that back into ammo. Okay, and that will do what we have to do there. So let's print string the end result of that. So now we should see the value of ammo go down to 0 and then stop, which it has done, the line trace. So that's doing that part. Next we want to actually show it on the screen. So we're going to make some placeholder UI. We'll fix the UI later on when we make it more professional and finished. So we're going to go back to our UI folder. And in here, we're going to create a HUD. So right click, create a user interface widget blueprint, and call it heads up display. In this, we're going to have all the things, so the health, ammo, weapons, anything like that is going to be displayed in here. And we have sub widgets for the other things. So we're going to make the sub widgets for the ammo counter. So do ammo counter UI and open this up. As I said, we're going to keep it very basic. We're not going to do anything fancy. So we're going to get rid of the canvas panel, and let's just put in a horizontal box. And inside that horizontal box, we're going to do font text, and drag that into there, and drag another one in, and then that would do, I think. Yeah, that'll do. So this first one's going to be the amount of ammo we currently have. Let's change that to desired. This one's going to be the first one it's going to be the ammo we have in the gun currently. So this size here, we'll make this a bit bigger. We'll make it 40. The one on the right here is going to be the amount of ammo that we have on our person in the clip. So here we can do, let's do this as, we can change the render transform of this. So on the render transform here, we can change the location of this a little bit. So I'm just going to offset it a little bit in the Y. So it is at the bottom and then slightly over, just for a bit of style, like so. Okay. So we've got two text blocks here and here. So this first text block, as I said, it's going to be ammo. So at the top here, I'm going to change the name of this one to ammo text. And tick is variable, because it could be changing in the game. Second one, we're going to name it ammo total text. And again, tick is variable. Hit compile. Now, here comes the trick where we have to tie these to our gun and tell them to change the value based on our main hand weapon. Okay, so let's go through that process. Let's go to the graph here. And on the construct here, we're going to get the player character and cast to the first person character. Now we've got a reference to the player character. I'm just going to store that as a reference here for ease of use later on. So call it player character. Once we've got a player character, we also want to get their first gun. Get first gun. And this gun is going to be the one that you're currently holding. Okay, so first gun, we want to bind events to when we shoot the weapon itself. So let's go and do that. So on the gun here, we're going to do event dispatcher. And here we're going to do fired bullet. And at the end of our ammo loss of 1 here, we're going to do a fired bullet and call fired bullet. Now when we fire the bullet, we want to send over some data to whoever's receiving it. So I'm going to click on fired bullet and change an input up here. First one I'm going to do is ammo. And that'll be the integer. Another one for ammo total. And that'll be an integer as well. Let's not updating it there. If it doesn't update there, it should do. But if it doesn't, just bring it back out and do call again. Still not doing it. Compile it maybe. Bring it back out. There you go. Gets a bit funny sometimes like that. Okay, so ammo will get plugged into here, and ammo total will get plugged into there. Then back on your ammo counter UI, we can take the first gun here, get the child actor, and then cast to weapon parent. We can then, as weapon parent, bind event to fired bullet. And when we do a custom event for this binding, it will come with those ammo total values. So we do update counters. And we're going to drag ammo text out, get, and then set text. Plug that in, and plug that in. And then do the same thing again for ammo total. Get, set text. And that'll be ammo total there. So this will update the counters when we fire a bullet, but we also wanted to update it straight away at the start. Now this construct event is what's happening at the start. So what we're going to do is carry on from here and call the update counters function, or event rather, which is this one here. And ammo is going to come from the weapon parent. So we're going to drag out, get ammo, and also get ammo total, get ammo total. And those will be plugged in like so and like so. Okay, so now we're going to add this to our HUD. So let's go back to our heads-up display. Go to user created section on your palette, and you'll find ammo counter UI. We can drag that in, and I'm going to put it in the bottom right hand corner. So I'm going to change my anchor. So click on anchors to the bottom right. And that will do like that. Hit compile and close. So that's the heads up display. We now need to display that onto the screen. So let's go to modes, my main game mode, open full blueprint editor, and on begin play, we're going to do create widget, choosing the heads up display, promoting it to a variable. It's always good to have a link to it. Heads up display. And then using that to add to viewport. Compile. So now we should have that text in the center at the bottom there. And you can see that value go down when I shoot. Perfect. So I'm just going to tweak my numbers here. So first of all, let's go to guns and change the ammo total here to, let's say, 300. Then we'll go back to game. Push play, and you can see the numbers go down. Perfect. And it stops shooting, which is excellent. Okay, so that's pretty much done there. So in the next part, we're going to do the reloading part. So how to refill that back up and take away from that ammo total. As I said, we're going to do the UI stuff another time in a different chapter, so don't worry about that just yet. If you want to watch the next part on reloading right now, head over to patreon.com/RyanLoley, where you can watch that part, plus many other videos which are available. Thank you to all my patrons and YouTube members for their continued support. This channel would be existing without you guys, so thank you so much. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment below about what you like, don't like, or what things you'd like to see in the future. Always curious to see what you guys have. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.